2025, baby. Are you ready to make 2025 your best year yet? The year that you finally crush your goals, the year that you finally build up to your dream life where you feel happy and fulfilled and at peace and joyful. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to really bring in the new year so that you can become or enhance your best self. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and I created this channel to help you build a more fun and loving and beautiful and fulfilling life. So let's hop right into it. Now, before getting into the new year, what do we need to do? If you are a normie on my channel, you already know what I'm gonna say. And that is number 1, reflect. You don't have to like write a 12-page essay, you know what I mean? But like, let's just go back through the year and pick it apart just a little bit. So I'm just gonna give you 3 solid prompts to like really go through the year and think about. All right, the first one's gonna be, what were your biggest wins of the year? What were yours, sassy? What were your biggest wins? Say we started going on walks outside. The second one is, what did not work at all? Like, what were things that just you don't ever want to do again or experience again? And the third, and this is probably the most important question, is what lessons can you take with you into the new year? You know, whatever these wins, losses, and lessons are, write it down, laugh about it, reflect, and let's move on. And I will say, reflection is probably the most important step of this. So if you want to stop watching right now, that's a-okay with me. All right, number 2, and this is setting your intentions. This is where you can pull from the deepest aspects of your soul. Dream big, but let's also dream smart. And what is a SMART goal? I learned this when I think it was when I was the general manager at LA Fitness, but it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. An example of this is like, okay, a bad goal would be, I want to be rich. It doesn't meet really any of those requirements, right? But a good goal could be, I want to save $5,000 by August 2025. The second one is clear enough and it meets a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goal. As a side note, and this is something that I like to do each like New Year's, is break it into different categories. So I think I put it away. But if I'm doing it off the top of my head, I think I do a money goal, a health goal, a spiritual goal. I feel like I'm missing one. But you don't have to have the same categories as me, right? Like, so just make whatever categories you have and put a goal, a SMART goal, in each one. Number 3, and this is the fun part, and this is creating a like creative and fun, maybe manifestation plan. And this is gonna be different for everyone. If you wanna look at different manifesting techniques, I'll post this video right here. But I think one that, if you're not specifically into manifestation or you're like a very visual person, vision boards are really like a solid way to do this. Now, I've made 3 vision boards, but to be honest, like, and it's really weird because I love making collages. Like, I'm a collage queen. I love it. I love to gift them. I love to make them. But for some reason, they just don't do it for me as far as like manifestation. I can show you one real quick. But if it speaks to you, so this is like an old one. Don't judge me. But I just kind of have it here on my door, you know? And what I did is, you can do like magazines or books or whatever. I just went online and I found a bunch of like pictures that really spoke to me. And I cut them out and I put crystals around and candles and fun music. And I just sat there and like dove in. And the big thing about vision boards is that you want to put it somewhere where you can like see it every day. And you want to sit with it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. And just really take it in and allow yourself to feel the feelings that you would have as if you had those things, right? So that's kind of the thing with mine, is like I don't really sit and like look at it. Like it's I created it, but don't really use it as a tool. I'm much more, I like other manifestation methods better. So again, like check that video out if you want to see some other methods, if like the vision board isn't really speaking to you. But I think it's a really good beginner place to start if you're not used to manifesting. All right, number 4, and this is like the big actionable steps. These are going to be your daily habits, because I think when people get stressed or overwhelmed, it's because they see like where they're at right now and how big of a gap it is to where they want to be. But the biggest misconception is that it's impossible to get there and you have to do all these millions of things to do it. All you need to do is take little micro actionable steps each day. For example, if you want to lose weight, say you want to lose like 50 pounds, right? That can be really discouraging and overwhelming to try to get there. But if you lose a pound a week, you know, you cut back 200 calories a day, it's much more attainable, and you can celebrate those little wins along the way once you've gotten to 5 pounds and 10 and 15 and 20. So it's setting yourself up in these routines that are just going to slowly inch you closer. And I know this is like all everywhere if you're like in a self-development, but they always say like if you can be 1% better than you were the day before, like 1%, that's not that much better, and it's definitely doable. And that means by the end of the year you're 365% better than you were today on January 1st. Actually, I think I'm posting this on January 3rd, but you catch my drift. You know, start with a morning routine. And look, I know that can be stressful. I have a really busy morning. Like I front load my day. I get up, I like get to the gym immediately, and I'm running around the first few hours of my day. But I'm telling you, if you can just take 5 minutes and either have some gratitude time or meditation or journal or yoga, stretching, whatever it is for you that feels good for you, it will set your day up. And I have noticed, and I've talked about this in other videos, such a big difference when I do and I don't do this simple morning routines. If you want an example of that, check out this video right here. It's just a 5-minute in bed morning gratitude routine. If you want to double the production you're doing with these morning routines, I would also recommend you do an evening routine. Mine is pretty simple. I've never done a video on it, but maybe I should. But I love doing my skincare routine most days, and I meditate. Sometimes I dream journal, sometimes I do regular journaling, sometimes I read. It just kind of depends on like my mood, but I try to give myself enough flexibility within the routine so that it doesn't feel like a chore, right? So if you're feeling like something is a chore, you're not going to want to do that. I fought this on meditation for so freaking long, and you just have to find the right group for yourself and give yourself enough flexibility so that you have different options. And lastly, you want to make sure that you are tracking your progress. It doesn't have to be this scrutinizing every day, every little micro movement that you do that you have to track. But it's like, just track it weekly or bi-weekly or whatever it is, and just make sure that you're staying on your SMART goals. And as I mentioned, be flexible, allow yourself to pivot and move around and ebb and flow, because attaining your goals is so much simpler when you allow yourself that flexibility. And also, like, figure out the way that you want to track things, right? Do you want to track it on a notepad, in a journal, on your phone, in a calendar, on a spreadsheet? It literally doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. And guess what? If you miss the mark for a little bit, it's fine. Give yourself grace and just get back to it. I do it all the time. You think that people that are like happy or successful or whatever it is that you want to be are just consistently going up all the time? Hell no. That shit is a freaking roller coaster. So the more that you can internalize that and understand that, the less you're going to feel bad about things if you do fall off for a little bit. So just like relax, give yourself some grace, pick up, and keep moving forward. I hope you guys found value in this video. Happy freaking new year. I'm so pumped for 2025. I just feel like big, amazing changes are coming. So if you want to stick around with me for this year, I highly hope you will subscribe and turn your little notification bell on, and come back and hang out with me again next week. I love you guys so, so, so much. And don't forget, be limitlessly yourself.